Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wake the hell up, turn the volume up, because we got this week's episode of the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Cobold, joined by my guy, Max Faulkner. Max, what's going on, my guy?
Cold breezy. I can't believe this. Apparently there are things called summer colds. Do you ever have a summer cold breezy? You ever been sick in the summertime?
2 years ago, I had COVID down.
Oh, okay.
But summer cold, I don't remember one.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to stay cool because it's so freaking hot out. So how about that? So my face is on fire right now as I'm speaking. It doesn't feel great. At least I'm not sweating. So that's the good news.
Not yet.
But I'm still here, Cold Breezy. I am still here for the
still
podcast.
Pushing through.
I ain't missing this. No way. No cold stopping me. Hell no.
Hell no. That's perseverance. That's a work ethic right there, brother. That's how you do 102 episodes.
Yes.
Don't Tell Sports Podcast.
Yes. Oh, speaking of which, not only 102 episodes, but Cold Breezy, check out this number.
Look out.
Look at that. 1.72 thousand subscribers now,
Wow.
everyone. Couldn't tell you. I don't know what jump was that. Maybe 50, 40, 40 or 50 from last week.
Easy.
Hey, thank you, everyone, for coming out to the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. The subscribers, we love you. Oh, my goodness. These comments are getting pretty nasty. You people out there are nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you were just not very friendly. Not even to us, by the way, Cold Breeze. It's not like they're talking to us. They're talking to amongst each other. You people are not very friendly. Oh my goodness. I had to step away from the comments. I said, no, you know what? You guys could handle this on your own time.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not getting into this. Oh my, holy shit.
Great job by you sparking that conversation. Definitely a lot of views, over 1.5 million views on YouTube alone. So definitely another milestone right there, Max. But where else can they find this episode at?
Yes, Go Breezy. So not only are we here on YouTube, but we're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, and Go Breezy. I didn't even know this literally until last week. We're on Facebook. I didn't even freaking know. We're on Facebook. On Instagram, every time I post, there's an option for it to go to your Facebook. And so it's been going on Facebook. And the other day I see that one of our videos, like on Instagram, it's like, oh, your video on Facebook is getting noticed. Clicked on it. Dude, one of our videos has 38,000 views right now on Facebook. 38,000 freaking views. Something on Caitlin Clark. It's one of those Caitlin Clark videos.
Nice.
So
CC.
CC baby, CC. A lot of hate right now and Caitlin Clark. Come on,
Indiana.
Show some love to a girl that's changing the WNBA for the better. Because ladies, you're making money now. Sorry. I'd hate to be the person to call that out, even though I'm not the first person to call it out. You're making money. People want to watch the games. That's huge. That's big time. Congratulations to Caitlin Clark and also the WNBA. Looks like you're becoming a very popular topic. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Becoming more relevant, especially CC doing it in the city that we met, Indianapolis, Indiana. So that's another plus right there. I love Indianapolis. But this week, Max, we got a big episode. Every episode every week is big, but this one's got a little bit more juice here in the conclusion. What do we have to announce today?
Oh, we have waited for almost a month. We have been patient. We've been getting in votes from everyone, text messages about it, messages on Facebook. Facebook, by the way. I never thought I'd ever go back on Facebook, but everyone. We are announcing the 2024 NBA's biggest douchebag. Wait until the end. It is extra juicy.
Very juicy, Max. I'm not going to say I lost any sleep thinking about it last night, but I definitely had a little bit trouble falling asleep thinking about it. Okay, so I'm excited to hear who won this thing.
Yes. Were you nervous about your vote? Did you not know who to vote for? They're all.
I already voted. I already voted. But definitely going to save that for the conclusion. We got a little baseball to talk about. The defending champion, Texas Rangers. What's going on there? They got a losing record right now.
Yeah.
What's going on? We're going to talk about them. Got a player highlight to do. Got a little NFL talk. But we got to start in the NBA with our finals update, Max.
Hell yeah.
Right now, the Boston Celtics are leading the Dallas Mavericks 2-0 Okay, we've only played 2 games. Game 1, Boston smacked them 107-89. It wasn't much of a game. Kristaps Porzingis was the main headline that night, missed 38 days, comes back, 20 points in 21 minutes off the bench, 18 of those points in the first half.
Nice.
6 boards, 3 blocks. That was the main story. All 5 starters for Boston scored in double figures, led by Jaylen Brown's 22 points on 7 of 12 shooting. That's efficient. First time Jaylen Brown had 3 blocks and 3 steals in any game, regular season or postseason. That's a little surprising. Jaylen Brown, 3 blocks, 3 steals, first time ever. Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis both had at least 20 points and 3 blocks. That is the first time that has happened in a Celtic playoff game since Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale in 1985. Okay, big factor, Porzingis here. Luka, of course, he led the Mavs with 30 points on 26 shots, 10 boards, and only 1 assist. That 1 assist was a career low, Max.
Wow.
Been talking about it a lot, Boston. Got a lot of guys that can throw in Luka. Everybody else can stay home. Boston, they had as many blocks, 9, as Dallas had assists as a team. They had as many blocks, Boston did, as Dallas had assists. And Boston had a finals record, 7 different players make at least 2 3-pointers. That's spreading it out. Max, what do you think about game 1 there?
Boston Celtics looked outstanding. And what I found so outstanding about it was the defense, Go Breezy. Man, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday. Well, you already brought up Porzingis with 3 blocks, but Jaylen Brown, man, he's got clamps.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
He's built for it. He's built for Luka.
You made a short about this, Cole Breezy. I know it's a big talking point amongst the other analysts as well. The question is Jaylen Brown the best Celtics player?
It's definitely a discussion. I mean, Tatum's been the man. Tatum's
Yeah.
been the man for a long. He's got a long track record of doing that. But this is the definition of a team right here, Boston. Full team. Let's look at game 2 quickly. Boston won this one a little bit closer. Okay, it was a little bit of tense there in the last couple of minutes, but really never out of Boston's hands. 105-98. Boston had 5 players in double figures, led by Drew Holiday. 26 points on 11 of 14. 11 of 14 shooting with 11 rebounds.
Okay.
Yeah, from your point guard. Jaylen Brown had 21 points and 7 assists. Jason Tatum had 18 points and 12 assists. My guy Derek White had 18 points, 3 steals, and 4 threes. Damn. All 5 starters scored in double figures for the Mavericks. Wouldn't you know it? Led by Luka's triple-double, 32 points, 11 boards, 11 rebounds. Max, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. This is now Luka's 7th triple-double this postseason. That's tied with Wilt Chamberlain for the 2nd most triple-doubles in a single postseason, behind the Joker with 10 last year. Let's look at these numbers for the series real quick, Max. Boston, they're plus 22 in assists and plus 13 in threes. They're moving around. They're knocking them down way more than Dallas. Jaylen Brown, he's averaging 21.5 points on 56% shooting. Drew Holiday's giving you 19 points on 65% shooting and 44% from deep. Yeah, along with 9.5 rebounds and 4 assists. Drew Holiday. Listen to this stat. He has 38 points through these 2 games, okay? 19 a game. That's solid, but we're not jumping out of our seat at that. Bless you.
Sorry, summer cold.
That's okay. Drew Holiday, 38 points through these first 2 finals games. That's the 2nd most points through the first 2 games of an NBA Finals by a player who did not commit a turnover.
Wow.
He has no turnovers.
Wow.
The leader on that list, Max, 1998, Michael Jordan with 70 points. 70 points through the first 2 games without a turnover. My goodness. Jason Tatum, he's averaging 17 points, 10 boards, and 8.5 assists. Derek White's averaging 16.5 on 39% from deep.
Nice.
Porzingis is giving you 16 points, 5 boards, 2.5 blocks on 60% shooting. That's a hell of a big 5 right there, Max.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's look at Dallas real quick. Even though they're down 0-2, they're plus 16 points in the paint, and they're plus 4 in free throw attempts. They're getting to the line a little bit more, banging down low a little bit more. Luka, he's averaging 31 points on 51% from the floor, 38% from deep, and 46% from the free throw line, Max. Luka is shooting 46% from the free throw line.
That's not going to do it, Cole Breezy. This is a 90% free throw shooter. What the hell is going on?
79% from the line during the regular season this
79,
year.
my bad.
On 8.7 attempts, he's only getting 6.5 in the finals, 46%. My goodness, he's averaging 10.5 boards and only 6 assists. In the regular season, he averaged 9.8 assists. That was second in the league, behind my guy Tyrese Halliburton with 10.9. Halliburton had almost 11 assists per game. Kyrie Irving, that's the big thing for me right now, Max. If Kyrie Irving can't get going, this could be a sweep.
Yeah.
This thing could be a sweep. Right now, Kyrie's averaging 14 points on 35% shooting. He's 0 for 8 from deep. A couple of those wide open. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 free throw attempts. He's averaging 2.5 rebounds and 4 assists. Get the hell out of here during the regular season. Averaged 25.6%, 25.6 points on 50% shooting. He averaged over 3 threes per game and 3.6 free throw attempts per game. Not getting to the line, not knocking down any threes. Kyrie's been locked up by Derek White and Drew Holiday, no doubt about it. PJ Washington, he has to be that third guy, and he is right now averaging 15.5 and 7.5 boards, but he's only 1 of 8 from deep. You got Gafford and Derek Jones supplying a little bit, but we talked about it last week, Max. Outside those duos for each team, Dallas has PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, and Derek Jones Jr., where Boston has Drew Holiday, Derek White, Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford. It's not comparable.
No.
Max, what do you think about all those numbers from the series right now, 2-0 Boston?
I mean, Boston's running away with it right now, obviously. Don't freak out, Dallas fans, okay? We've seen a lot of times in series, down 2-0, teams come back, take it all the way to game 7. Don't freak out. But speaking of Dallas right now, man, they are looking soft. Soft. You mean Kyrie Irving shooting 35% from the field, 2 free throw attempts?
Woo!
Luka Doncic has 1 assist in game 1.
Woo!
You got to be kidding me. You guys got to get tougher, all right? You got to be, got to play a little bit of bully ball, all right? You are, Luka, you're bigger than Jaylen Brown. You're bigger than Drew Holiday, okay? Post them up down low. Use your ass, okay?
Yeah.
Move them around a little bit. Attack the rack, Kyrie Irving. Attack the rack. Stop settling for jump shots. Get to the free throw line. It seems to me that that's exactly what they're not doing. They're settling for jump shots, and hey, that's what happens, okay? When you only settle for jump shots, sometimes you get a lucky game where teams are just red hot. They hit like 10 3-pointers in the first half. We've seen plenty of times that has happened. You need to, when that's not working, you definitely have to start taking it to the hoop, Cole Breezy. These guys, you got to wake up, all right? You're down 2-0. You're going to Dallas. You cannot afford going down 3-0 against the best team in the league, the Boston Celtics.
If you go down 3-0, this baby's over. Never has anybody come back from 3-0 in basketball. But, yeah, they need to get to the rack more. And just a lot too much is on Luka and Kyrie's shoulders. Like, it's just a great defensive game plan from Boston. Able to throw multiple bodies at these guys. Everybody else is able to stay home. Just not enough help, really. But let's look at Game 3 here. Game 3 is tonight on Wednesday, June 12th. We had breaking news yesterday, Max, that Kristaps Porzingis is hurt, okay? He was already dealing with a right calf injury. We know that. He missed 38 days, came back, played the first 2. But he came up gimpy in Game 2, favoring his left leg, the other leg, okay? The Celtics clarified this is a new and rare injury and separate from the right calf strain. Now listen to this, Max. I know you majored in kinesiology. Am I not mistaken there?
Applied exercise and health, but I believe some degrees are now called kinesiology. I like to call it applied exercise and health, but go ahead.
Nice. I want you to see if you've ever heard of this, because I haven't.
Okay.
Kristaps Porzingis tore the medial retinaculum, allowing dislocation of the posterior tibialis tendon in his left leg.
Oh, shit.
Torn medial retinaculum, allowing dislocation of the posterior tibialis tendon in his left leg. Boston's listing him as day-to-day right now.
No way.
You tore something that allowed a dislocation in your leg when you're 7'3"? I don't think we see Porzingis again, man.
Okay. I believe this is in the ankle. Am I
Yeah,
correct on that? Yes,
correct.
this is in the ankle, and the guy's 7'3".
Damn,
No,
damn it,
there's no way he's coming back. There's no way
damn it.
you tear something in your ankle. How the hell are you coming back on the court, running up and down the court, jumping, getting
No,
rebounds, blocks? No, he's
you're
done.
not.
He's
You're
done.
not. You're not. Boston for these two games, they're plus 25 with KP on the court, and they're dead even without him on the court. It's a tied series without Porzingis on the court. Is this the opening that Dallas needs to get
Oh,
back in this series, Max?
absolutely. Once again, going back to attacking the rack. Now,
Mm,
since we don't have a 7'3" guy down low, attack the rack. Okay, this is your chance. Okay, get to the free throw line more. Get Jaylen Brown and Drew Holiday, Derek White, get them in foul trouble. Make them go sit the bench while you guys continue to facilitate on the floor. I think that's got to be the game plan, Cole Breezy. Jason Kidd is going to be definitely flip flopping a little bit, trying to get these guys to buy into the free throw line a little bit more.
I hope Luka got a lot of rest during these 3 days off here between games 2 and 3. He's dealing with a tweaked ankle that he sprained during OKC. He's dealing with a sprained knee that he messed up a couple rounds ago. And he's also dealing, Max, with a thoracic contusion, a
Oh,
bruised chest that he got
wow.
a pain-killing injection for before game 2. He got shot up for this thoracic contusion. Luka did before game 2.
Oh.
If he's not healthy, if Kyrie doesn't get out of whatever slumber he's in, this could be a sweep, Max. But we both predicted this baby Boston in 6.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sticking with that? Are you going sweep, gentlemen sweep? You think Dallas can come back, make it 7? You staying on your original prediction? You gonna change for me right now?
I'm still going to go 6. I'm still going to go 6. I think that since Porzingis is out, that definitely gives Dallas. I think Dallas wins game 3 tonight. I'm going to call it right here. They win game 3 tonight. They'll get one more. And then, I mean, Boston's going to take it home. Boston's going to, well, actually, technically, Boston would take it in Dallas, wouldn't they? If that would be game 6. So
Yep.
I think that's what's going to happen, everybody. I think that'll happen. I wouldn't be surprised for one. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm locked on there with you, Max. I think Luka comes out. He comes out like a ball of fire tonight. They get game 3. No Porzingis. Al Horford is stretched a little bit too much. 38 years old, Al Horford. That guy can't be playing 35, 40 minutes. Okay,
No,
we're gonna have
no.
to be bringing other guys in off the bench. And right now, through these first 2 games, Max, I'm gonna say Drew Holiday is my Finals MVP, averaging. Let me
Nice.
see
Yeah.
here. 19 points, Drew Holiday on 65% shooting, 44% from deep, 9.5 rebounds, 4 assists. Drew Holiday is my Finals MVP. You got somebody else for me?
Jaylen Brown, man. Jaylen Brown, the way that he's playing defense against Luka right now, you got to give him some credit on that. But I do like that pick on Drew Holiday as well.
And then you got Tatum averaging close to a triple-double. So we can't sleep on that.
All of those guys can win it. Are you
All
kidding
those
me? You got
guys.
3 guys on a team that are like, oh, I don't know who's going to win the NBA Finals MVP. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And then you could even throw in Luka, maybe averages a 35-point triple-double at the end of this. He could be getting votes for Finals MVP in a
Yeah.
loss. I could see that too.
Has that ever happened, Cole Breezy?
Jerry West
Oh,
won a
shit.
Finals MVP when they lost to the Celtics, I believe 1969, maybe the first year for Finals MVP.
Okay.
Bill Russell was on that Celtics team. They gave it to Jerry West in a losing effort. Everybody can go fact check me on that, but that's off the top of the dome.
Solid.
Moving along this week on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, we got breaking news out of Storrs, Connecticut. Reigning back-to-back national championship winning coach Dan Hurley is turning down the Hollywood Lakers to return to chase a three-peat with the UConn Huskies. News swirled late last week that the Lakers were turning their coaching search towards the 51-year-old Hurley. Huskies fans were stressed as Hurley went to LA on Friday to meet with Lakers officials. Hurley eventually decided to turn down LA's 6-year, $70 million offer that would have made Hurley the NBA's 6th highest paid coach right off the bat. Hurley just received an extension from UConn after the 2023 championship worth $32.1 million over 6 years. UConn said now that they will be giving him a raise. The governor of Connecticut actually came out and said that UConn will make Dan Hurley the highest paid coach in college basketball. Now, the highest paid coach right now is Bill Self, making roughly $10.5 million. They're going to make Dan Hurley richer than Bill Self. Hurley spent 6 seasons with the UConn Huskies. He has an overall record of 141-58, but they're 68-11 over these last 2 years. 68-11 over these last 2 years. What do you think about Dan Hurley spurning the Lakers and going back for a potential three-peat with the Huskies?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Thank you, Dan Hurley, for turning down those freaking drama queens in LA. All right. Hollywood. All they are is a bunch of actors, man. You don't want to do what fake bullshit. And that's not just the players. Okay. I met a lot of fake people in Hollywood. Okay. A lot of fake people. Everyone apparently likes to act. Wish jazz hands.
Whoa.
Always. Wow, it's a show. Dan Hurley, I love this because you want to be known as one of the best college basketball coaches of all time. And we're going to start, like we made this list earlier this year, Cole Breezy, and I had him 6th, and you freaked out. Hey, I did it. Yes, fair enough.
Need to apologize to the Hurley family.
146 wins. Let's settle down. All right, let's settle down compared to the guys that have 800. Okay, but yeah, 2 championships. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Dan Hurley is a hell of a coach. I love the way that his energy on the floor. You love seeing that from a coach. He has it, and obviously a lot of basketball knowledge. Quick question, Cole Breezy. What the hell does the governor of Connecticut have to do with this? How does he get Dan Hurley more money?
He's going to raise them taxes and the good people of Connecticut.
Exactly. That's exactly what I thought. All right. The taxpayers, congratulations. Yep. Dan Hurley's getting a bigger contract because of you, not because of freaking of the University of Connecticut, which already makes millions and millions of dollars every year. Right. Universities make so much money. Apparently they couldn't cough up more. No, it's going to be the taxpayers that get to give them more money. Anyway, I'm sure you know Connecticut's a tiny state, so I'm sure that everyone roots for UConn, right? Yeah. So fair enough. Whatever. Other than that, that's all I got to say is Dan Hurley, you're the freaking man. Love to see that you're coming back to college basketball. I don't want to see these great coaches going to the NBA because that's where you're going to die, man. That's where you're going to go to die because it's hard for you to step down from an NBA team and then go back to college. Who did that? Rick Pitino? You know, like that might have been the one big name that I can think of is Rick Pitino. So, other than that, the last guy that did it was John Boeheim, right? Did I get that right? From Michigan? Beeline. Sorry, Beeline.
Went to Cleveland, lasted a couple of months, and haven't seen him.
Yeah, he stepped down. He said, I can't deal with these babies. And then that's it. Yeah, now he's a telecaster or analyst or something. But anyway, Dan Hurley, great decision. I love the modesty and how humble you decided to choose. You're not going to get $70 million from the taxpayers of UConn or from Connecticut, but still, you're making a lot of money, and you're gonna be in the history books for college sports.
Even if he gets a raise up to $50 million, that $50 million is going to go further in Connecticut probably than what that $70 million is going in LA. Dan Hurley, his whole life on the East Coast, all his family, he's from Jersey City. He's not going to leave that, man. The Lakers needed to blow him away with money. I heard $100 million. I heard triple digits. I heard 100. They came to 70. That's not going to blow him away. He doesn't want to leave UConn. You have to make him leave UConn. Yeah. The NBA is always going to be there. They're always going to be calling. But damn it, Max, I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know a guy who's turned down the Lakers and Kentucky in the same offseason. Because remember, Kentucky came calling for Dan Hurley.
That is right.
I don't know a guy who's turned down both of those programs, but that's pretty nice. Speaking of the Lakers, real quick, they're searching for their 7th head coach since 2011. Since we graduated high school, they're searching for their 7th head coach. Since Phil Jackson left, no head coach has lasted more than 3 seasons in Hollywood. Since Phil Jackson left, no coach has lasted 3 seasons. Hurley and the Huskies look to become the only team outside of John Wooden and UCLA to win 3 national championships in a row. Max, let's get out of here on this one. What's the chances Dan Hurley, losing 4 starters, can make another Final Four run and cut down some nets like you got in the background right there?
Too early to tell. I'm going to tell you right now. You just told me they lost 4 starters, and those 4 starters are big-time players. We're talking Tristan Newton. We're talking Cam Spencer. We're talking Klingon. Is he coming back? Because I thought
Blingin top 5 or 10 pick, along with Steph Castle, top 5 or 10 pick.
Okay, hold on a second. All right, we got to talk about this. You mean to tell me that Klingon is a top 5 to 10 pick and Zach Edey is not?
That's what all the mocks are saying, brother.
Freaking
Definitely going to be talking NBA draft these next 2 weeks. Can't wait to break down those big men with you.
Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. Okay, that's ridiculous if that is the case. Anyway, I lost. I'm stunned by that. By the way, I'm stunned. It's too soon to tell, Cole Breeze. It's too soon to tell. I got to see who he recruits, in what freshmen he gets in, or who wants to go to UConn to play. Transfers, exactly. So we'll see. We'll see.
Got guard Aiden Mahaney from St. Mary's. That's a big pickup from the West Coast Conference. Got some definitely McDonald's All-Americans coming in. So UConn's always going to be reloading. They're a blue blood. They're a blue blood. That's not a debate.
Yeah.
Moving along this week, Max, we got our only NFL topic of the week. You know, we love fantasy football here, and it's coming up. You know, we're not going to get greedy. We're not going to rush it, but we've been talking a little football here on the Don't Tell Mama Sports podcast. But this week, we got a little breaking news out of Dallas, Texas. Cowboys star wide receiver CeeDee Lamb is officially holding out as he is skipping the team's mandatory minicamp in search of a contract extension. Maxie still has 1 year remaining on his rookie deal. Last season, he led the NFL with 135 receptions. That was 16 more than anyone else. He was second in the NFL with 1,749 receiving yards. He was third in the NFL with 12 receiving touchdowns, and he led the NFL with 181 targets. Max, he was the #1 wide receiver in full PPR ESPN fantasy leagues, was 403.2 fantasy points. That was 26.8 points more than #2 Tyreek. Blew out the position. Since CeeDee Lamb can and will be fined, this is officially a holdout. Max, you're sitting there with a big keeper decision to make in fantasy football. How nervous does this news make you?
Go Breezy. I think I'm cursed. I swear. I think I'm cursed. I get this almost every single season. Last year, Josh Jacobs. Okay, that was a big name. I think Nick Chubb was talking about it, but he ended up getting a contract pretty quick. It was pretty quick. There's one other guy that I'm thinking of that wanted to be
on Bell, boys.
Oh my, yeah. I'm trying to erase that out of my mind, Cole Breezy. You keep bringing it back. Yeah, Le'Veon Bell, who didn't get the contract, held out the entire season. Fucked me. How about that?
That was before we had the IR slot, so I think he just burned a spot on your bench the whole season.
Just sat there. I was like, oh, he's coming back. Didn't play the entire damn season. He's out freaking in Miami doing the cha-cha with margaritas. Douchebag. What a douchebag. But CeeDee, okay, this is all I got to say. You already named out the stats. Jerry Jones, just pay the guy. Pay the guy. All right. We just saw Justin Jefferson receive the highest contract from a non-quarterback in the history of football. Pay the guy. Okay. You have a guy that is going to be here for years. Okay. Has shown that he is talented no matter who's throwing the ball. Give him the money. Give him the money. Come on.
Just turned 25 in April. Still young. Give him the money. Max, you bring this. Just reminds me. This is becoming more of a thing every summer. People holding out. It's usually running backs. Running backs. You had Josh Jacobs last year, and of course Jonathan Taylor, a candidate for the 2023 NFL's biggest douchebag of the year, because as soon as he got his contract, he was immediately healthy. I think about Ezekiel Elliott. He held out. Melvin Gordon held out. And, of course, the first one that really comes to mind that we already talked about was Le'Veon Bell, that really fucked you over, Max. What do you see happening here? Does Jerry Jones pay up because you got Micah Parsons you got to pay? You got to pay Dak soon. Is he opening up his wallet for CeeDee Lamb, and is CeeDee playing week 1?
I'm going to go ahead and say yes. I have a little inside scoop. I train a client that's from Texas, big Dallas fan, and he already told me Jerry Jones wants to win, so he will pay the guy because he has the money to pay him. So I was like, okay, fair enough. Boom. Yeah. This is not to mention, this is the best player on Dallas. CeeDee Lamb is the best player on Dallas, unless you want to go Micah Parsons, which we can argue that. We can argue that. Yeah.
Max, Aaron Rodgers is also missing Jets mandatory minicamp. And the Jets have come out and said this is an unexcused absence. What's your thoughts on this? And could Aaron possibly be taking another offseason trip?
He's got to go find himself. You know, he loves to find himself. Ayahuasca, dark room, shit in his pants. That's his way. Or maybe he's out fundraising for frickin' Robert Kennedy Jr. Maybe that's what he's doing this offseason. So I really don't care. No one cares about the fucking Jets anyway. So,
I find it interesting. The Jets are saying it's unexcused. Like, it's unexcused, Aaron. Like, what's going on? He's going to be getting fined for this. So, if he's on another ayahuasca trip, then good for him. I think he's got to get his mind right every couple off seasons, I guess.
Go Breezy real quick, because we're talking about the Jets. Garrett Wilson, are you what are you leaning towards when it comes to keeper considerations on that?
He's definitely in the discussion, as I kept him last year and had to deal with all that shit in New York. But you're going to see him in the draft if I have to make a prediction right now.
Okay.
You're going to see him in the draft. Yep, 2-keeper league. I'm sitting here with Jonathan Taylor and Travis Etienne. I'm probably going 2 top 10 backs. Probably going 2 top 10 backs.
I like that.
Max, moving along this week on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, we got to talk a little baseball. Okay, we're in the middle of June. We got 2 baseball topics to talk about. First one, we got a new number 1 player in our Yahoo Fantasy League. It is New York Yankee outfielder Aaron Judge. The 32-year-old 5-time All-Star is in his 9th season with the Yankees. Listen to these stats, Max. He leads baseball, number 1 in all of these categories. 25 homers, 62 ribbies, 55 walks, 173 total bases, a 437 on-base percentage, a 712 slugging percentage, a 1.149 OPS, and a 5.2 wins above replacement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 categories that this man leads all of baseball in. He's tied for 3rd in runs scored. He's 7th in batting average, top 15 in hits. Max, is Aaron Judge looking like the AL MVP right now?
Abso-freaking-lutely, man. We have people talking about, is he going to break his record that he broke a couple years ago? I think it's very possible, by the way. We're not even at the All-Star break yet.
Nope.
You kidding me? I remember there was this one All-Star game where it was Barry Bonds, David Ortiz, and these guys had like 80 RBIs at halftime, between 24, 28 homers. Dude, Aaron Judge is going to have 30-plus homers by the All-Star break.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Easy.
He's got a good 3 weeks left, doesn't he? 3-4 weeks?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
3.5 weeks.
He's going to do it. I think he breaks 30 homers before the All-Star break. Dude, what a beast. We love talking about Shohei Ohtani, but, man, sometimes we forget about a big stick in New York with Aaron Judge. Oh, my goodness.
They got a couple of big sticks there in New York.
It's true. Yeah.
Aaron Judge had 25 extra base hits in the month of May. That passed Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig for the most extra base hits ever hit by a Yankee in the month of May. Okay, when you pass those 2 guys, my goodness. Aaron Judge also eclipsed Lou Gehrig's franchise record for most combined homers and doubles in a single month. In July of 1930, Lou Gehrig had 12 homers and 12 doubles. This past May, Aaron Judge had 14 homers and 12 doubles. My goodness, 14 homers in 1 month. And yeah, Max.
Amazing.
The AL home run record, 62, that he set 2 seasons ago. Does he break that this year, Max?
Yes. Oh. Come on.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not going to jump out of my seat and say, oh, he's going to beat Barry Bonds' record. I can't do that yet. But I do think that he's going to beat his own record. He's going to get 65 this year. 65.
Man, I want to see that too. It's definitely going to be a talking point. Might be a weekly thing here in September and August.
Home run watch. Run watch. Yeah, come on. Yes.
I think that's going to be a weekly topic here on the Don't Tell Me Sports Podcast. Other baseball topic we got today, Max, is the Scuba Steve Team Deep Dive of the Week. This is, where we jump into the numbers. We make a prediction at the end. But this week, for the second year in a row, we're doing a deep dive on the Texas Rangers, the defending champions. Currently are 31 and 35, 4 games under 500, with an even run differential. They're 6.5 games back of Seattle for the AL West, and they're 3.5 games back of the final AL wildcard spot. Let's look at the bats first, Maxwell. This is the most average group of hitters that I may have ever seen doing this segment. Super average. They are ranked, Texas, their hitters, between 13th and 19th in 10 out of 12 categories. 13th to 19th in 10 out of 12 categories. Super freaking average. Just right there in the middle. They got 4 players ranked in the top 200 batters-wise, hitters-wise for Texas in our Yahoo Fantasy League. You got second baseman Marcus Semien, 38th. Okay, we like him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shortstop Corey Seager, my guy, he's ranked 97th. He's missed the last 4 games with a hamstring strain, but he's hitting a lot of homers, though. I'll pull it up later.
Right.
Your guy, Adolis Garcia, kind of a down year for him, ranked 170th. Then you got third baseman Josh Smith, 182nd. Max, like I said, this is the most average group of hitters that I've seen doing this segment. What do you think about all these numbers ranked between 13th and 19th in the MLB?
They say it in every sport, Breezy. They're having their World Series hangover. You know, anytime someone wins the World Series, the finals, Super Bowl, they have a hangover to start the year. Okay, so give them a second. All right, give them a little bit. I give them till halftime, and they're going to start turning it up a notch because these hitters that you're naming, Adolis Garcia, who hit like over 30 home runs last year, Corey Seager, Marcus Semien. There's another couple big names that I'm forgetting right now. They have big bats in Texas, and Texas, that ballpark is a hitter-friendly ballpark. So they're going to wake up. I think that they do still push for the playoffs here right now, Cole Breezy. The bats just got to wake up. They just got to wake up.
Corey Seager, 13 homers this season. So that's pretty solid. 13 homers right now for Corey Seager. Let's look at the pitchers. Let's see if we get any optimism here. The Texas Rangers pitching staff are outside the top 14 in 8 out of 10. Outside the top 14, bottom half in 8 out of 10 categories. They're not getting it done, Max. The reliever, Kirby Yates, is their highest ranked pitcher, 117th. Your guy, you got him?
I got him.
You got Nathan Eovaldi, 139th. John Gray, 146th. And closer David Robertson, 187th. 4 guys. I only named 2 starters there. What do you think about this pitching staff for the Rangers?
What's crazy is that Kirby Yates is like 37. Okay, he used to be an elite closer for the San Diego Padres, and then he got hurt, and then now he's back. Okay, I believe his ERA is under 1. He's unhittable right now. But the problem is that the Rangers aren't freaking winning or giving opportunities for Kirby Yates to come into the 9th. So a little bit frustrating for me on that. Nathan Eovaldi is a great pitcher, and he got hurt. Now he's back. I mean, is Jacob deGrom done this season again? I know he was done last season. I don't know if he's ever coming back again.
That's a name that I forgot about.
I know. We forget once these players have Tommy John surgery and everything. You know, it's a bummer. But man, that sucks to see because Texas Rangers, they won the World Series last year. It's a fun division because it could be up for anyone because Houston is down, right? Houston ain't doing well.
Yep.
So it could be
Seattle looks good.
Seattle looks great. Yeah, Seattle looks really good.
We both said playoffs for Seattle.
I think I wasn't expecting them to win the division. I think I said they get the wild card, but man,
might be division winners.
It might be division winners. Yeah, that's.
Jacob deGrom pitched 30.1 innings last season and has not pitched anything this year. So Jacob deGrom not on anybody's radar. You know, last year they had Jordan Montgomery. He had the second most innings pitched in last year's postseason for him. He leaves for Arizona. You had Max Scherzer last year. He hasn't pitched this season with back and arm issues. He just had to restart his rehab assignment Sunday with AAA Round Rock. He had to restart his rehab because he got hurt again, I believe 39 years old. Martin Perez and Aroldis Chapman, they both go to Pittsburgh. So those are 4 big names right there that Texas lost. And yeah, Max, let's make our prediction right here. You said that they can make a run for that wild card. Are they getting in there?
Oh, man, that's a tough pick right now because I don't like the pitching staff. If Max Scherzer comes back and he comes back healthy, maybe. I do definitely see it. The bat's got to wake up, though. Man, I'm gonna say no. I don't think they make it this year. I think that the Seattle Mariners win this division. They look hungry. They want to get in there. Younger team, great pitching staff, by the way. Seattle. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm going Seattle wins this division. Texas might have a chance at the wild card, but I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, Max, this was a tough one for me. I was big on the Rangers last year. Put money on them winning the division last year, and they end up tying with Houston. How do you tie a 182 game schedule? But they tied for the division last year. I loved the Rangers last season. Didn't think they were going to win the World Series, but I'm off on them with you, Max. I'm off on them. They're so average, those hitters right there, and losing guys like Jordan Montgomery. I'm not going to bet on a 39-year-old Max Scherzer. The other names don't impress me. Texas, they're going to miss out on that wild card, unfortunately, this season. Defending champs aren't going to make the postseason.
Bummer, Texas. But hey, you guys celebrated your first championship ever. So take that.
Yeah. Bruce Bochy.
Hell of a coach. Gosh. Might be the best in baseball. We could do that.
Might have to rank that.
I have to rank that. Yeah. Rankings every week.
To finish us up this week, the conclusion of the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, what everybody's been waiting for at least a month. You know, things happen during the season, so people have been waiting for many months to vote on this. It's the 2024 Don't Tell Mama NBA's biggest douchebag of the year. Max, we had 7 juicy candidates. Tell people the results.
Go Breezy. Should we just name the results right now, or do we want to name the contestants and then name the rankings? Or should we just contestants?
Yeah,
okay.
Everybody, yep.
Not in any particular order. Here are the contestants for this year. So we had Patrick, all-inclusive Cancun vacation, Beverly. We had Josh, young, wild, and free, giddy. We had Draymond, where's my money, green. LeBron, baby back, bitch, James. We have Anthony, abort mission, Edwards. Jonte, bet your bottom dollar, Porter, and Anthony, Glassbones, and Paper Skin Davis. Now, this was a juicy battle, Cole Breezy. We've had this vote for about 4 weeks now, and it's time to announce the winners. It's time to announce the winner. Do we want to give a shout out, Cole Breezy, to last year's winner?
Got to give a shout out to Ja, Suns Out, Guns Out Morant. He was the 2023 Don't Tell Mama NBA's biggest douchebag of the year. You know, he's rapping along in the car with his gun with him. He's out here in Denver at Shotgun Willie's getting head with his gun with him in the back of the club. And, you know, he's hosting pickup games at his house and getting in fights with teenagers. And, you know, there's an incident in the Indianapolis Pacers parking garage with the attendees there. So Ja Morant was acting like a freaking douche last year. He won the award. But like I said, could be a redemption season for Ja Morant next year. Could be redemption.
Look out 2025.
A lot of juice stored up. A lot of juice. But yes, Max, can you get us in to who was the 7th place player for the 2024 Don't Tell Mama NBA's biggest douchebag of the year?
Yes. In 7th place, it was Anthony Glassbones Paper Skin Davis. Not many votes, Cole Breezy. Can believe it or not, only 2. Only 2. That's a shout out there. Apparently, a lot of people would disagree. Well, you'll see who wins, everybody. That was the majority of the votes. But Cole Breezy, can you tell us a little bit about Anthony Davis here?
I think people just feeling sorry for Anthony Davis. Didn't want to vote for him. You know, not really a big douche. He's just hurt all the time. He's just a little soft. You know, Michael Porter Jr. hit him in the paint. Nothing crazy. And he went down like he got sniped from the balcony, holding his shoulder, holding his fucking face. He just spends a lot of time on the floor. He spends a lot of time rolling around, flopping like a fish. And you know what? Maybe he's injury prone, maybe not. But damn it, he's made of glass skin or glass bones and paper skin for sure. 7th place, Anthony Davis.
All right. Moving on to number 6. And I think people just don't really know the name, but there's a big reason why he's on the list, Cole Breezy. We have Jonte Bet Your Bottom Dollar Porter. Cole Breezy, tell us about this guy, this douche. Tell us about this douche.
Yeah, Jontay Porter is a huge douche this year in the NBA. And like you said, people probably just don't know the name. People probably just don't know the name, but I believe he is the first and only player to ever receive a lifetime ban from the NBA for betting on games, for giving out information on certain games to bettors, to uh, minimizing himself in games. He went out with an illness in one game. He went out with an eye injury in another game to hit his unders on his points and rebounds so he wouldn't go over. So Jontay Porter betting on the game, lifetime ban. You're a huge douche and you should have deserved more votes.
Yes, agreed. Agreed, Breezy. All right, at number 5, we have Anthony Abort Mission Edwards. Ooh, this is a juicy, controversial one. Breezy, can you explain what happened here?
Yeah, Anthony Edwards, he allegedly impregnated a model a week after his current girlfriend came out and said that she was also pregnant. So it was a Zion Williamson situation all over from the year before.
But, shout out, another douchebag nominee.
Shout out. The model Paige Jordan sent text messages, released the threads with Anthony Edwards saying that she was pregnant. Ant-Man told her to get an abortion, wired her $100K. She showed the pictures of that. So you can't tell somebody to get an abortion. That's their own decision to make. Anthony Edwards is a huge douche for that. But damn it, he's one of the faces of the league coming up next.
No doubt. No doubt. All right. At number 4.
Oh.
At number. Oh, sorry. Yep. Sorry, I lost my place. At number 4, we have Josh Young, Wild and Free Giddy.
Ooh, Josh Giddey. Yeah. He was one of the first guys on this list this year. He was allegedly involved in an improper relationship with a 15 or 16-year-old. Now, depending on what state you're in, I guess it doesn't matter, but most states it does. Over in Australia, where Giddey's from, it's only 16. But not sure how old the young lady was. Bunch of red flags to me that her and her parents did not cooperate with authorities. It was kind of just brushed under the rug. Josh Giddey never was suspended, never had any comment on the situation. Josh Giddey fucking little girls, that ain't cool.
Not cool, Josh Giddey, and you're a big fat douche. You're a big fat douche because of it. All right. At number 3, we have
top three
here. Here we go. Here comes the countdown. Here it is. We have Patrick All-Inclusive Cancun Vacation. Beverly.
Pat Beverly, always bumping his gums. You know, always. He's in Indiana. The Pacers are smacking him, about to send him home in Game 6. It's a Bucks timeout. We get in a huddle as a team. You know, 1, 2, 3 defense. 1, 2, 3 Bucks. 1, 2, 3 team. Whatever you want to say as the team. Allegedly, a Pacers fan, a couple rows behind the bench. He shouts out 1, 2, 3 Cancun. Cancun. 1, 2 Cancun on 3. 1, 2, 3 Cancun. And Pat Beverly, he gets offended by that for some reason. He gets a basketball. He chucks it at the guy, smacking an innocent lady right in the face. Wasn't even looking. Okay, you know that fucking hurt. Pat Bev asks for the ball back. The guy gives it back to him, only for him to fire it right back at the guy. Ridiculous Pat Bev. And then he doesn't let the ESPN reporter interview him after the game because she wasn't a subscriber to his podcast. Definitely was in his own feelings right there. Indianapolis police were looking into the matter. Pat Beverly, you're a douche for that.
Yeah, what a big douchebag, a cocky douchebag at that too. And when you threw that ball back at that dude that was in the stands yelling Cancun, he caught the ball.
Yeah, he caught it.
All right, so a little harder next time, Patrick Bev.
Yeah, guys from Indiana, they got good hands.
All right, at number 2, here we go.
Here we go. Runner-up.
Countdown. The runner-up is LeBron, baby, back, Chip, bitch, James. What a douche. I thought, just real quick, Cobrazzi, I thought LeBron has been a douche since probably 2012. All right. So I think this is a long-awaited douchebag.
Long time coming for you, for sure. There's no debate of his greatness. He was the number 2 player for the Don't Tell Mama top 10 a couple weeks ago. Go back and look at that. Nobody's going to debate the finals MVPs, the rings, all-time scoring leader. Nobody's going to debate the stats. He's going to be 40 in December, still putting up these numbers for Pete's sake. But damn it, the way he bitches and whines and cries. And yeah, like you said, he really started that free agency movement where, there's no loyalty. There's not much rivalry in the NBA anymore. People switching teams. And yeah, the referees, the officials, they're going to miss calls. They're going to miss calls every game, every quarter. Things are going to get missed. It's all about the angles, baby. LeBron, you're ridiculous for taking this so personal, going crazy. I mean, we got all the videos right here. Just crying so much. That's why he's in this category and runner-up for the 2024 NBA's biggest douchebag.
Not to mention, also Cobrazy, the flopping. Oh my goodness, the flopping. It just is it's such a douchebag move. It's such a baby back bitch move, is to just flop on the floor, not even being touched. There are videos of him not being touched, and he hits the floor like he got bitch slapped by his mama. I will tell you right now.
Gloria bitch slapped him.
I'm going to tell you right now. You changed the game for the worst, LeBron James, because of what already Cobrazy brought up. And all these players are flopping now. We have college athletes flopping. We heard that there's floppers in high school. There's floppers in middle school because they saw what you do on the court, just being a baby back bitch. So I wish he won, but he actually didn't get my vote, so don't matter. Let's go to number one, shall we? In case you didn't know already, it is Draymond, where's my money green?
Wow, Draymond Green, a candidate last year. He came up just short. I don't know where he ranked last year, but he was just short of Ja Morant. This season, he comes back. He's a douche again. This time wins the award. He starts off. The latest instance was with Yusuf Nurkic of the Phoenix Suns. Draymond's posting up and he's trying to get position and flails back with a spinning closed fist, nails Nurkic right in the face, damn near fucking knocking him unconscious. Okay. He was suspended indefinitely from the team for that, was away for 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, I think. But before that, just a month earlier, I think, there was an altercation with the Minnesota Timberwolves that ends up with him putting Rudy Gobert in a fucking headlock, dragging him across the floor.
Where's my money? Where's my money?
This is after he stomped on Domantas Sabonis in the playoffs last year, and we all remember how he kicked Steven Adams in the fucking nuts, right? Square in the nuts. So, I bring this up every time, how there's never any retaliation. No guys are going back at Draymond. No teammates are stepping in. I don't know if people are scared of Draymond. I don't know if he's a big bully in the league, but damn it, he's definitely the 2024 Don't Tell Mama NBA's biggest douchebag of the year.
The most votes ever in this. I mean, we've only had it for 2 years. A record in votes. Congratulations, Draymond. Where's my money green? You are such a big douchebag. And quite frankly, if we did a vote for biggest douchebags in the history of the NBA, Draymond, you might very well be in it. I understand shit talkers. Okay, I get it. NBA. Oh my God, everyone's mouthing off to each other the entire
gums
game.
Are bumping.
So always gums are bumping. But this guy not only bumps gums the entire game. Well, apparently he uses his fists to bump other people too, and his feet to kick people in the nuts. And putting people in choke holds. And come on, man, come on. Like it's so frustrating because kids are watching this game. Kids are watching these games, and you're putting guys in chokeholds and kicking people in the nuts and smacking them across the face. Dude, this guy sucks, and I'm actually excited for him to get out of the league because the league is better without Draymond Green.
Definitely getting a little salt and pepper there, but the 4-time NBA champion Draymond Green just added a little bit more hardware to his collection. Max, that's going to do us this week on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. Another good one. They're always good ones. Where can they find this episode at, brother?
All right. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Twitter, Instagram, and hey, again, apparently we're on Facebook now. So you can follow. Yes, you can follow us on those. We'll be posting the episodes, posting clips. Hey, thank you for coming out, everybody. We love all your subscriptions, your comments. Again, continue to send them in. We appreciate you. And hey, as long as you're not a douchebag like Draymond Green, I think you're doing all right. I think you're doing all right in the world, right, Cole Breezy?
Yeah. Definitely a long-awaited poll to give the results for. Glad we finally get that in. Excited to watch these finals. Game 3 tonight. Is Porzingis gonna play? I don't know how the hell he's questionable game time decision.
No way.
The dude tore something that led to a dislocation in his leg. He ain't fucking playing.
No way.
We're still on Boston though, right, Max?
Yes, Boston Celtics are going to win this in 6, everybody. Hey, Celtics fans, you guys are going to be you get excited. You guys have an unbelievable organization led by Brad Stevens. And hey, shout out to Joe Mazzulla as your head coach. That guy is a beast. How he handles himself in press conferences. I love seeing this guy. And obviously he's doing something right as a coach.
Yeah, only 35 years old, Joe Mazzulla, Max. 35.
What a beast. What a beast.
Just looking ahead here on the Don't Tell Mama Sports podcast. Over the next 2 weeks, it's going to be heavy NBA draft information. Some player profiles. There's a lot of guys from overseas we don't know about, we've never seen. We're going to have to do a little deep dive on those guys. It's a weak class this year, Max. It's a weak class for the NBA drafts. We're going to be talking about it next week and the following week because for the first time ever, the NBA draft is going to be a 2-day event starting on June 26th and 27th. So that's coming up in 2 weeks, Max. Can't wait for the NBA draft. I love that. And also an update for some people out there. The Olympics are starting July 26th. Okay, so we still got a few weeks, 5-6 weeks here. But we're going to be covering the Olympics heavy. And, of course, mini camps opening up for the NFL. Training camp's going to start rolling. More people are going to be holding out. People are being slapping their baby mamas. So we got plenty to talk about here, Maxwell.
Yes. Stay tuned, everybody. We have a lot of coming this summer. It's going to be a good time. But last thing I got to say here, Cobrazy, is I cannot believe we're still sleeping on Zach Edey in the NBA draft. 7'4", 300 pounds, shoots the 3-ball, shoots 75% from the free throw line. Are you freaking kidding me? And when have we ever seen a player that's as big as Shaq shooting the 3-ball? Stop it. Not a top 5 player, not a top 10, not a lottery pick. Get them. If I was there, I would bitch slap you just like LeBron James' mama.